Hi. We're going to do the starting thing. Quick recap as of last session. The party cleared out a mine that was full of bandits. Althrox ate people. They did the horror movie thing. Yes, much chaos and destruction and death. But anyway, this is fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine. Right. Now I'm going to unmute them so you can hear them, and then we'll get started. You have been unmuted. Say something.
I'm sitting there, barbecue salsa. Oh, right.
Sorry, what?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Trees for a living. Vine reference.
Oh, is it?
Oh, standing there, barbecue sauce on your titties.
I got a watermelon on my head.
They've got helmets on their heads, but I got a watermelon
I got
instead.
watermelon instead.
Oh, what a Malone.
But I got a team of pumpkin heads.
Oh, by the void.
Great way to start.
By the void. There is
no. On top of trees.
There is nothing less chaotic. There's few things less chaotic than you four.
Wow.
I do try, dear.
I'm not that chaotic.
You're halfway to my alignment.
Right. As of last session, you folks cleared out the bandits' mine. Let me pull up the map again because there is still more stuff for you to explore in the mine. Additionally, you looted some items off the corpse of the bandit leader. Do any of you remember what those are?
Sorry,
Hold on, I got it written down somewhere.
I know they're in the treasure. Hold on.
I remember that we also found
Wait, I remember the magnifying glass.
Yes.
Magnifying glass.
There was a magnifying glass, a staff, and something else, but I can't quite remember what it was.
The pieces, magic sash. Oh, jewelry. It was jewelry.
Ah, yes, and Althrox didn't even take the jewelry.
I found that those stones only lead to conflict.
Didn't you also say that there were tools in that room where all the treasure was?
Yep, there was just kind of scattered around, but like there was axes and saws and pickaxes and stuff like that.
We should get those.
Yep.
Would be a good idea.
There is still part of the mine we haven't been in yet.
Multiple,
Yeah.
actually.
Is the mine card in there?
There's actually multiple parts of the mine you haven't checked in yet.
No.
It's true.
We really didn't go far past the main room.
Too much murder.
Well, the entrance anyway.
I just love that there's so many deads on the screen around us.
There has been much death.
All right,
today.
so you are out of initiative. You are now able to freely move around the map.
We have a whole barricade to tear down, don't we?
I'm gonna reclaim the arrows that I used, which I believe, if I'm remembering correctly,
You get back half of them if you spend a little bit recovering. If you only spend one, you get it back. But if you spend more than one, you get back half.
I think I thought I wrote it down. Wait, let me look back and see if I wrote it down somewhere how many I used, because it was definitely more than one.
All right, so Flora, as you approach the barricade, you quickly realize that there is a door in the middle of it, and it is open as the bandits had come through.
All right, that makes sense. I give my child a little goodnight kiss and let it fizzle out.
Okay.
Me follow Flora.
All right.
I know I probably need a light, don't I? That was dumb. Did it anyway.
Althrox has the glowing hammer if you need it.
Oh, right, the hammer.
You're out of combat now, so it's probably safe to use. All right, as you walk through here, you find yourself. Ignore those. Those I moved. I just never got rid of those tiles.
Oh, okay.
Those were two guys that came out and helped the. Those are the guys that were on the wall and retreated.
Oh, yeah.
Or rather, they retreated behind the barricade. They were part of the very first encounter in the opening room.
I remember.
All right, you behind the barricade is like what is very familiar. It's like a little camp, basically. It's got bedrolls. It's got campfires. It seems to be where the bandits were storing the majority of their like just random equipment. Though it seems that the weapons that the bandits had on them were the only ones around. Well, there might be something if you root through the packs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's any like rations and stuff that we could give to the kobolds.
All right. Roll me a investigation check.
That's a 4.
You dig through the packs. You find a few like bags of things, but they don't smell very good, so you don't pursue them very far.
Yeah, there's no food here, guys. It's all bad. They must have been stinky bandits.
At least in the backpack that you checked, because there's a couple of them around. It's about
Okay.
4 backpacks around that actually have things in them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be convinced that they're all bad, and I'm not gonna check anymore.
Okay.
Could also like. Should also be on the lookout for medical supplies, just in case.
I'll have a rifle through a bag. See if we'll ever find anything.
All right. Roll me an investigation.
You're not going to believe this. It's also a 4.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's the number of the day.
You also find a few just like crappy, like something that smells kind of off, wrapped in some leaves. You also find what is like it's like a cracked vial as part of like a set of a bunch of other things with some soiled gauze or something. Weird.
Alright. I won't take any of that. I'll just pretty much discard it back in the bag.
All right. There is a pathway to a further room at the end of this little area that the bandits seem to have been living in.
Yeah, are there any like unlit torches?
No, most of them that are in here are currently lit.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say we just keep going.
Keep filing through.
All right, and you find yourself in the final room, which seems to be the mage bandits' like personal quarters, I suppose. There's like a kind of ramshackle table set up, a bit nicer of a bed, with actual like furs and stuff as like blankets and things. And there's like it's well, you'd hesitate to call it a bookshelf, but it's got some books on it, just kind of stacked haphazardly. And on the table there appears to be some kind of alchemical supplies.
Ooh, we could use that.
Can
Yeah,
any of us
check out the
see
books.
what the books say?
None of them have any markings in the binding. Like there's no titles on the backs of them.
I'll just open one up and have a look.
All right. Roll me a investigation real quick.
Okay. 12.
All right, you flip through the book. It appears to be a lot of them appear to be basically chronicles of this group's travels.
Right. What?
Let's be through their diaries. They're dead, so they won't care.
Oh no. Flora is demented. Why is Flora demented?
I wasn't planning on her to be so demented, but it just sort of happened. She's in a state right
That
now,
tends
though.
to
That's
happen
probably
with D&D
why.
characters. Anyway, gotta keep up. We all have to keep up our voices, no, don't we? Right. There's nothing really of note that you can find while flitting through the books.
Fair enough. Definitely taking those alchemical supplies, though.
Like it's you really like at first glance you have no idea what the majority of them are. They're like woven around some stuff. There's like a half empty potion of this words. There's like this half empty potion of this roiling yellow liquid, completely opaque, and it's like swirling in its jar, in its bottle. It's about half empty, and like it seems to have been run through by alchemical supplies. It's like a fucking like chemistry set basically. Though half the beakers are cracked and a lot of the equipment is not salvageable.
Part of me wants to dump it out and keep the bottles, but I have a feeling dumping that out would not be a good idea.
Do you say you had more of like a built-up bed, or is it still like on the floor?
It's still on the floor, but it's like it's made of like nicer furs and such.
Right. Okay.
Are there any like interesting magical items just lying around?
Um, roll for investigation, I suppose, or perception, I guess. Probably perception.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Oh my Jesus.
Um,
4 to 20.
even though that potion is half empty, it does seem to be potent it does seem to have some kind of potent magical power.
Hmm. Do I recognize it at all?
Um, no, not really. You don't know too much about like magical potions, I don't think. At least not identifying them, and even if you did, it'd be very hard to do so because magical properties do not really correlate with color too much, and the only thing this thing has going for it is its color.
Right, okay. Well, I'll just find some way to seal it up and pocket it just in case.
Yep, there's a cork nearby. Additionally, let's see, what else would be there? In looking through some of the things, you find a small lockbox hidden
Oh.
like under some piles of papers and well, just random knickknacks of
Could we
presumably
smash it?
something useful.
Sorry, what was that last part?
Well, presumably these things were useful to the person working here, to the bandit leader, but they're pretty useless to you.
Hmm.
Smash it?
Most likely, smashing the lockbox open would end up destroying what's inside, considering it's made of solid metal.
Oh.
Smash it?
It.
Let's not for now. Maybe later.
Oh,
Does it seem like it has an actual locking mechanism, or is it like a padlock?
It has a lock. No, actually,
Right.
no, it wouldn't have a. That's words. Let's see. Yeah, it's got like a. It's not. It doesn't have a lock. It's got a empty socket on top of it. One final thing. You notice something like under the pillows of the bed.
Okay.
Right.
I'll go look at it closer.
All right. Under the pillows, under the pillow, is a key and a rather nice-looking dagger.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, the key's cool and good to have, but the dagger, that is exciting.
The dagger's blade has a shine to it that is it's familiar to you, but it's not metal. I mean it is metal.
Hmm.
It seems to have silver plating.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, this is mine now. I will take this.
But yeah, there's also a key.
And yeah, and the key. I'll just show those two things to the rest of the group. Well, if we've got a key if we ever need to get into somewhere. Oh, maybe it was for the door that you got into, Jack.
maybe. Would I be able to tell that the dagger's silvered without being told it? Or
Um, how much exposure have you had to silver? Or like silvered weapons? Or just silver plated things in general?
still silver-plated not weaponry, probably more, but silver-plated weapons not really.
Okay, I guess. Hmm. Because, well, silver plated, pretty much anything will look relatively the same. If you can
Right.
recognize one silver plated item, you can probably recognize another. So, probably you'd
Okay.
know.
Okay. Interesting. Does it seem as though the key would fit any of the locks in this room? Because obviously you said this is the socket that this box has.
It wouldn't fit in the box, obviously, because it's a key and not a
Yeah.
stone. But, um, let's see.
I just had a thought.
Like,
Um,
do you think that he would be able to recognize the key for a lock he picked?
um, Probably if he held it, he'd be able to kind of gauge the size of the lock to the size of the key. It wouldn't necessarily be like a knowing the shape of the actual key and the lock mechanism.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what were you gonna
Because
say?
lock picking's like one of his earliest skills. But
What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something else first.
oh, the caster we killed, didn't he have a staff on him?
Yes, he did. Though you
What
are
does the staff?
you're unsure of what it does, but it does seem to have some kind of power.
What's the top of the staff look like?
It it actually like the staff itself. It basically quite resembles Gandalf the Grey's staff, but it doesn't
Right,
have like it doesn't have like a stone or anything in the top.
right. So it doesn't end in an orb.
It does not.
Okay, that was my initial thought with the box. Um, hmm, okay. Mm, right, okay.
Well, um, you don't quite know what could be the like the object that seems to be needed to put into the lockbox to unlock it is like a square with a kind of diamond shaped indent. By diamond, I do mean like
Right.
the four sided like a rhombus.
Yeah, yeah. Strange. And there's nothing in this room that would match up to that shape.
Not that you found.
Me wish to go back to Wizard Corpse.
Go ahead. Additionally, if you want a little bit more, but there might be some information on the lockbox inside one of the um, journals. If you want to take a read at those a little bit more closely.
I'll have another thumb through to see if I can find anything pertaining to a box.
Roll an investigation check.
Better. That's a 16.
All right. As you're flipping through it, you find yourself at like around the time that they quote the way that they're phrasing it, they liberated this mine from savages.
Oh no.
Oh, they're them kind of people.
And around the same time, this guy was complaining that one of those quote unquote savages, the kobolds, had stolen the key to his lockbox and ran down the hole.
Oh.
Right.
We definitely have a lead there.
And does that...
It also notes that he sent two of his men down there to retrieve it, and they never came back.
Right, okay.
Oh, dear.
Just out of my curiosity, who actually killed the wizard bandit?
If I remember correctly, was it Jacques? Somebody shot him in the
With the
back.
crossbow.
Crossbow.
Yeah,
Yep,
shot him in
Jacques.
the back with the crossbow.
Jacques shot him with a crossbow.
Alright then, I wish to rip the wizard's head off.
Okay. Roll an athletics check. I should stop letting you use athletics for this. I should make you use raw strength, actually. So, yeah, actually, no, yeah, strength. Just strength.
Just strength?
Yep.
Then 19.
By the void. Okay, you successfully pop the wizard's head off.
Then I wish to waddle my way back to Jock and hand him the head.
Oh no.
Okay.
You proceed to do so.
I don't want to make it too squeamish for the folks at home, but how much of the spine is still attached?
It popped off at the top
Fine.
vertebrae. You don't need to worry about that.
I'm just saying, because there's that one scene in Game of Thrones where the mountain pulls a guy's head off while he's still alive, and the spine comes with.
No, what Althrox did was he twisted it around and it went pop.
Oh, right. So he did the Titanfall owl test, is what you're saying?
I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know what that is. That sounds horrifying.
In Titanfall.
I said I don't want to know what that is.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So basically he just walks up to Jock and goes, "Your trophy."
Oh.
Kind of gingerly take a dead man's head.
Oh. I get okay.
Then he waddles back to the corpses.
I kind of gently put it down in a corner.
You know, that's probably, you know, it seems like he likes collecting heads. We know that's his thing,
Yeah.
but he made sure you got your trophy.
I feel like you folks should probably inform Althrox that that's like a him thing, and we don't tend to do that.
I think we'll just let it
Althrox
slide. I don't want to, offend his culture or anything.
No, it's his.
Althrox wishes to search for a corpse that may have been kicked brutally.
Kicked? Who kicked?
He's
the
just
corpse?
ripping the heads off, isn't he?
Flora,
He's just going to rip all the heads off.
Flora punted one of them, if I remember.
I thought she incinerated one of them.
Chopped
Well-
it into bits. I remember that.
Oh right, you beat the shit out of the one right outside, didn't you?
One
One threw the axe
outside
at you.
now resembles a cucumber.
Well, if Flora incinerated that one, then it's useless. So which
No,
one has most
no.
arrow wounds?
There is one that Flora chopped to bits that was outside. She mutilated the fuck out of the corpse of one that was outside.
Well, if you chop the bits, then the skull is useless.
You meme kill. Oh, fuck.
So which one has the most arrow wounds?
I can't remember.
I shot one of the guards that was outside, and I think that may have killed him. I'm not sure.
There was only one guard. No, there was two guards that died outside. Never mind.
Yeah, there was
Well, then
one that was mutilated and one that just. I think I did 2 arrow shots.
Well, then Althrox will walk outside and pop the head off of that one that died to the arrows.
Okay, roll another strength check.
Give me my trophy.
Just hear the like losing faith in humanity in your face.
23.
By the void.
Dice want it.
Althrox proceeds to continue removing the heads from the bandit for his skull collection. Or to give to his party to have them start a skull collection.
Well, in this one, Althrox walks to Jay and hands her the skull.
Oh, how big is this skull compared to me?
It's
Just out of
it's not
curiosity.
like it's not larger than your torso, but it's close. Like it's about twice the size of your head.
Yeah. I'll just look at Alphys and say, I appreciate this gesture.
Actually, no. Halflings have about the same size head as humans.
Mm-hmm.
They got shorter legs and arms,
Yeah.
torso.
I'll look up at Alphys and say, thank you. I appreciate the gesture. I don't think I have anywhere to keep it right now. Do you want to hold on to it for me?
Magic!
There you go. It is now in your possession. Thank you.
Althrox, add 1 bandit head to your inventory.
Jesus.
No, add 1 decaying bandit head to your inventory.
What?
Oh, trust me, he would have got one for Flora, too, if she didn't incinerate one of them.
That's no worry, dear. I already have a trophy. I say, holding up the axe from earlier.
Just out of Jack's personal curiosity, this guy doesn't have like any metal teeth, does he? The bandit leader.
Oh, we're
You
just-
could check.
I'll check.
Oh no.
15 investigation.
He has a
This is
pearl. He has a
dying.
pearl tooth.
Okay, I'll pop it out. Or try and pop it out.
I'm gonna say that you just succeed because I don't want to put that image in your head. Congratulations, you have.
Much more brutal.
I think I already ruined it for Sin.
No. 1 second. I need to check something.
Okay.
1 pearl tooth from bandit leader.
Oh, come on. Althrox was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, I appreciate the gesture.
No, I appreciate the gesture.
gesture, dear, but we have our own trophies.
Okay. This pearl tooth it is actually worth 100 gold pieces.
Shit.
Whoa.
Oh.
Stonks.
Just the we're rich from DRG.
just pinging the open, just slumped mouth of this decapitated bandit head. We're rich.
No, he wouldn't exclaim that. He'd just pop it out and be like, pop it.
See, you're glad Althrox got you that head now, didn't he?
Right.
You guys haven't even tried to like figure out what the item, what a lot of the items you got are.
Staff, do
We'll figure it out
I
as we go.
recognize any of the sigils on it?
Roll a Arcana check.
Never I need it. That's a 10.
There's only about 4 sigils on it, and you don't really recognize any of them. None of them are in like druidic or anything. It definitely seems like a more arcane tongue. Either that or they're just straight up just magical symbols. But it is definitely arcane magic rather than druidic.
I see.
Alright, there is a few other things as well that we looted. One of which is
It's a hole we
very
were going to find.
one of which is very useful, by the way.
Oh.
One of those magic items is one of those items that you looted off his body is tremendously useful, and you should figure out how to use it very quickly.
That feels like a hint.
Yes.
Almost certainly.
All right. So what are you guys doing now? Are you like, yeah, what are you guys doing now?
So
Also, the pearl tooth being worth 100 gold pieces is also a hint.
He's
Oh.
rich.
Dolly the magnifying glass.
Oh,
I was thinking the magnifying glass.
but yeah, who
Will you
took
just
that?
hand it to me, or
I think who I think it was actually Althrox. Althrox looted the corpse of the guy.
Althrox, dear,
if
can we
Althrox
borrow that
comes,
little magnifying glass?
Althrox will just hand him the magnifying glass, trying not to break it.
that moment, the thing crucial to the campaign, Barbarian just crushes it with his hand like, oh shit.
It's not crucial. It's just helpful. All right.
Okay.
Inscribed in the handle of the magnifying glass is a symbol of an orb and a symbol of an owl.
Oh. What a cute little owl.
Do they look the same as like the kinds of symbols we found like in the first area where we were? Like there were
Not at
like
all. There is
symbol.
you don't have any ominous feeling looking at these. These seem to just be kind of like not really arcane, but like kind of roll me an arcana check, actually.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. That will be a 3.
You got no clue.
And I'll just like hold it up to my eye and look through it. Oh, wait, actually, no, I'm not holding it. Am I? Never mind.
Yeah, Flora took it.
Here you go.
It's,
As you look through it, nothing particularly happens.
I'm gonna pull out my notebook and go to part of the writing in it that's in Infernal and just put it under the magnifying glass to see whether it changes it at all.
As you are doing this, the orb on it lights up, but nothing happens other than that.
The orb on the
On the magnifying glass, it like starts to softly glow with like a kind of pearly light, like kind of shifting colors.
like it's reacting to the text.
You don't know.
Okay.
Try
Odd.
covering, like moving it over the writing in the books. Maybe it reveals something.
Maybe. I'll take one of Mate Boy's notebooks and scroll to a random page and stick it under.
Again, the orb lights up, but the owl does not. And nothing really changes about the text or the magnifying glass.
Why don't you try looking at the staff through the magnifying glass?
That's a good idea.
Okay, Flora, you take the magnifying glass and examine the staff with it.
I'm not holding it right now. I gave it to Jay.
The staff?
The
Okay.
magnifying glass. I have the staff. I can hold it up to the magnifying glass.
Okay. The magnifying glass was passed to Jacques, and now it's being passed back to you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right. Anything of note?
The orb stopped lighting up.
Oh. Looking through it, do the runes do anything?
No. Nothing happens. The orb doesn't even light up when you're using it.
Try
I'm
tooth.
gonna take
Never did understand these fire starters.
before I get to that. I'm gonna take the drawings I made of the symbols from the pool we all woke up in and try putting them near the magnifying glass.
Okay, you're
Just
holding the
see.
magnifying glass again?
Well, Flora still had it. But
Oh,
I hand it to you.
okay.
Okay.
Once again, the orb lights up, but as the magnifying glass passes over it, the owl like sputters. The orb's light starts to flicker, and then the magnifying glass darkens. Like
Did we break it?
both of them started to flicker like a light bulb about to burn out.
Oh,
I
But
try
as
and put them far away from each other.
as soon as you take it away from those symbols, it clears back up.
I don't feel good.
oh yes.
Wait, did you just
Similar.
pass it over or did you hold it there?
I just pass it over, I assume.
Do you want to try holding
I-
it there?
Before we do that, I'm just going to take the tooth out and hold it under just in case.
The orb glows as you are taking out the tooth and holding it while like with the magnifying glass. The orb starts to glow brighter, but the owl still doesn't light
Oh.
up.
Strange.
You
Oof, add moons.
roll me a perception check with advantage.
Perception with advantage.
Yep.
21.
The orb and the pearl tooth are the same color. Could you roll me an Arcana check with advantage real quick?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You're beginning to suspect that those symbols are instructions.
Right.
The orb and the owl are instructions for operating this quite obviously magical device.
Could it be something to do with being out at night, like moonlight, with the owl?
Try standing outside if you want.
It's just an idea.
It's not a bad one, dear.
Okay, we'll try going outside.
Alright, to the outside.
Not like a ways away from the mine, but like just outside the entrance.
Yep, you walk outside under the moonlight, and you do hear the soft hooting of an owl in the distance, but the magnifying glass does not appear to react to it.
Okay, didn't work.
While it's glowing, does it do anything if I like put my thumb over the symbol?
Well, besides it being slightly warm, no.
Okay, it's warm to the touch. That's an interesting note. Okay.
So, the tooth and the orb are made of the same material, and its instructions.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily they're made of the same material, but they glow the same color.
Oh, okay.
Or
I mean, they
rather,
might be made.
the orb and the owl are carved into the handle, and the orb begins glowing a pearly color when the pearl is near it, or rather held by the person using it.
Right. What's the handle of the magnifying glass made out of?
The handle is made out of wood, but it's got like brass at the bottom, as
Right.
well as around the actual glass itself.
Right. I'll try holding it over the symbols that made it go black. Or that made it darken.
The light of the pearl goes out when you hold it over it this time, but it doesn't darken like it did before.
Right. Does it change the symbols in any way when you look through it or not?
No.
Okay.
Once again, you hear the hooting of an owl in the distance, and, well, you can't hear the flapping of the wings, but you, in the moonlight, see the owl fly overhead.
And try and talk to it.
Sure, what do you say?
Hello, dear. I was wondering if you could help us with a predicament. Hold up the magnifying glass. Any idea what this is?
The owl flaps by, looking down at you for a sec, and then it lands on one of Jacques' horns.
Aww.
Oh.
Kind of
Can I-
have to do.
It's not it's not a particularly large owl.
Does it weigh much?
No,
Okay.
Can I eat it?
not very heavy. No, you can't eat it, Althrox.
Don't eat the owl.
But, Jacques,
I.
as the owl lands on your head, the owl icon lights up.
I hold up the magnifying glass. Oh, who has the magnifying
Not
glass?
the pearl. Pulls out the pearl tooth.
Whoever has the magnifying glass, I'm yoinking it and holding it up to the owl.
The owl and the owl symbol and the pearl symbol both go out.
I think you have to have the owl and the pearl.
Oh, the pearl,
Right.
the tooth.
Yeah. It's a pearl tooth. Right. So I'll hold the pearl tooth, have an owl on my head, and hold the magnifying glass. So both the symbols now glowing.
With symbols both, what were you like? Were you examining something that wasn't the weird, like the symbols on the obelisk?
No, I just stood there with an owl on my head, a pearl tooth in one hand, and a magnifying glass in the other.
Okay.
Just seeing whether I can get both the symbols to turn on at the same time.
You did. They both turned on. When the owl landed on your head, they were both activated, but
Right. Quickly look at the stuff, whoever's holding it.
with the owl on your head and the pearl in your hand?
Yeah.
Words start appearing in your mind as you're looking at it. Gemless magical staff. This staff has the potential of socketing a elemental amplification gem if you're able to acquire one and plug it into the top of the staff. Depending on the power of the gem, it will grant different bonuses and different statistical increases. Effectively, this staff can become a +1 staff if you find a magical gem for it.
Ooh, okay.
And as the last line of that appears in your head, the glass darkens and an image of an hourglass appears in your head.
Sorry, an image appears where?
In your head.
An hourglass.
Yes, the hourglass flips over, and somehow you know you cannot use this artifact for another day.
Oh.
Oh. I look up at the owl and say, "Thank you, dear. I hope we didn't disrupt your day too much."
It hoots at you, and then it flaps away, leaving a single feather resting on Jack's horn. The owl symbol still illuminated, even as it left.
Oh.
Oh, now I don't have to wild shape.
Right, I'm
Not
going to
good
take
with
the
flying creatures quite yet.
Okay.
Aw, you
I'm
wonder what
guessing-
owl tastes like.
I'm guessing you can figure out what this magnifying glass is at this point.
I was going to have Jack in character.
Identify!
I was going to have Jack be in character and just be like, it's the most complicated ritual cast to identify I've ever seen.
Actually, it's not. It isn't.
No, I didn't.
Identify requires a pearl worth 100 gold pieces and an owl's feather.
Huh.
However, this magical artifact is not. It's powerful enough to be able to use Identify once a day, but it still requires the material components.
Right.
Though they are not. They're not consumed because Identify doesn't consume its material components.
Okay.
How big is the alpha?
The owl feather? Oh, it's rather small. It's like
Okay.
about the size of a pinky finger.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to keep the tooth, that, and the
Put
magnifying
it in your
glass.
hat.
That's why I was hoping it'd be bigger, but yeah.
Oh,
That owl was like the size of one of the kobolds' heads. It was not a big owl.
Right, yeah. But what kind of owl? No, I'm not that much of a dick.
All right. Well, you figured out the mystery of one of the items, or two of the items actually. And now, since you have access to identify, even though you can only identify one thing per day, you will be able to eventually figure out the exact properties of all of the items you have.
I would relay what I learned about the stuff to the others,
Right. You do so.
saying that it appears to have some sort of reciprocal for a gemstone.
So effectively, this is this staff is a arcane focus. It can function for wizards, druids, sorcerers, and probably warlocks too. It can't function for bards because bards need an instrument of some kind. I think.
Anymore.
yep. That's right. And
My focus is my sword because College of Swords,
Yep.
but that's an exception.
Okay. And yeah, if you find a gem, like a special gemstone for it, it may awaken some new powers.
Nice.
I'm updating the inventory. Who's holding on to what?
I'm holding on to the magnifying glass.
All right, that makes that
And
easy.
then I have the pearl tooth and the owl feather.
Yep, I got that.
Yeah, I'd say
Staff. Staff and the jewelry still need a home.
Wait, what was the second thing?
Jewelry.
I like shiny things.
Yeah, you can
My
have.
inventory is already so big.
And then
you
I
like,
got.
you like shiny things, and you're the most likely to be able to sell it for a good price,
Probably.
being the charisma caster of your group.
I could always hold on to the staff. I already have two.
Althrox wishes to grab one of the bandit corpses.
Oh no.
Okay,
Is this
which
a snack
one?
for
There's a
later?
lot. There's quite a few of them.
We are outside, correct?
Now you are. There's a pile of destroyed body, and a one with an arrow in its torso, that is missing its head.
The headless one.
Okay, you pick up the corpse of the bandit.
Me grab snack.
Dear. We agreed only one human and you already ate it.
This one dead.
Yes,
If it's
but
dead, put it down.
it might not be good food though. You don't know where it's dead.
Fine. Drops the bandit corpse.
That bandit could have dysentery for all you know.
But bandit tastes like
For all you
chicken.
know.
They say to wash your fruit before you eat it.
But bandit tastes like chicken.
Okay,
What?
but it could be
Body
spoiled. You don't know.
Down.
It's not a good idea.
Can we move on from this, please?
Putting my foot down.
The DM requests that we stop talking about eating people.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Probably a good
Sure,
idea.
for this session, maybe.
Yeah, it's a funny gag to bring up, but just don't let it overstay its welcome.
Oh, no.
All right, so the kobolds are actually going to go back to their camp to report that you've done this, that you cleared it out.
That's good.
And yeah, there's
It's
still
fine, don't we?
a little bit more of this cave that you haven't checked out yet.
I did want to double check the corner with the going down.
Yes, I probably should have kept that covered. You didn't see anything. Where's one of my box? Where's one of
What?
my blocks?
I thought when we were in the room we saw that corner.
Oh, you saw another barricade in the corner.
Yeah, so we would probably go there next. I did have a question.
Yes.
Is there like the dagger that I got that had the silver plating, is that going to be better than like the normal dagger that I have already?
From what you know about silver-plated weapons, they won't words. Because silver doesn't tarnish as easily as iron, I think. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. But it will last a little bit longer than a normal iron dagger. But certain... Actually, you probably wouldn't know this bit. Yeah, it might last a little bit longer. And there are old legends about certain monsters being weak to silver.
Right, okay.
So I would keep that on us just in case.
Yeah, I can hold on to that. And then
Cough, cough. Vampires. Cough, cough. Werewolves.
Right.
Cough, cough.
yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Silver is considered a holy metal. Therefore, most things that would be immune, resistant, or immune to slashing damage from normal melee attacks are not immune or resistant to silvered weapons.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep that then.
I just want it to be like a slight sizzling noise if Jack ever touches silver. He's just like, tingles.
If Althrox sees that, I hope you know he's going to purposefully try to touch you with silver.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Althrox, don't try to cook your friends.
Okay, yes, we're making a ground rules right now. No cooking the
You're
friends.
like, don't talk about eating people. Then you're like, don't cook your friends.
I mean, Althrox is just a big old child with insane amount of strength.
Wait, do we know how old Althrox is?
Oh my god, what if he's like 5?
Oh yeah, we don't
Well,
know
he-
ages.
Well, he's 20 years old, but for Dragonborn age, that's just out of adulthood. Well, just into adulthood.
Okay.
But he has the mind of a child.
Okay. And then the other thing that I'm gonna just hold on to was the lockbox with the empty socket.
All right.
The lockbox. Okay, I'll add that to your inventory.
I think that was
Almost done. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do money.
Could always just have a party fund. It was just the collective money that you all have all added together. Unless you want to keep your money separate.
I'd say party fund. Just keep it easy.
Are they fun?
Someone's the banker.
Althrox will be playing with his pebble.
Ready on it.
Okay.
Using text that fits the character.
So. Sorry, I was just finishing my food while you guys were talking.
Okay.
I'm guessing you head back. We don't really need the battle map anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Give me just one moment before I continue describing the scene. I will be right back.
Mm-hmm. I'm also just gonna remove my dirty dish, so I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay. Something, something, eating people, something, something.
Can Althrox eat a tree?
Something, something, overly doting, something, something.
I mean, if Althrox wants to become vegetarian, Althrox can eat a tree.
Nah, just for you to get on Flora's
If
nerves.
you want to go vegetarian, I can help you with that, but don't eat the tree.
But, I mean, he's halfway to dinosaur already, so, like, eh.
Suppose so, but if you're going to eat the tree, at least eat the good part of the tree.
What's the good part of the tree?
For most, it's the fruit or the leaves, but with cinnamon, it actually is the bark.
I'm back. Why are you talking about my bark again?
We're talking
Is-
about eating trees. I'm sorry.
Hang on a minute, is cinnamon made out of tree bark?
Yes.
Yeah,
What in the fuck?
Cinnamon is grated tree bark, yeah, from the cinnamon tree.
it looks like a little doily doyle, because the bark rolled up.
Yep. That's why it looks cinnamon comes in those sticks.
Oh, is that why it looks like tree bark? That makes sense. I feel like an idiot.
Anyway, as you're all explore like looking around the treasure room, you find this is another barricade. This barricade is slightly different than the other ones, as it looks like it was both hastily put together and more heavily reinforced than any of the others.
Smash it?
It's got about 4 padlocks and quite a few chains.
Oh,
I
Smash
think
it?
this is the smash it.
Althrox grabs his hammer and goes to smash it.
Okay, roll to hit.
dude, maybe that's not such a good idea, but I'm not going to be able to stop you, am I?
What's your
Strength,
hit?
correct? Or
Yep.
I'm just
Strength.
thinking like
It's
full
strength and
padlock,
proficiency.
full padlocks, multiple chains.
So
it's gonna
11.
take-
What?
11.
Total?
Yep.
Okay. Your hammer smashes into the wood and it kind of shakes it, but it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage.
Hit it again!
Okay. Roll to hit.
16.
That is enough to hit. Roll damage real quick.
Now I gotta remember what. The small hammer, was that D3 or
D4. D3 isn't used for
D4.
anything.
Alright. So, 4.
Not true. If you're a wild magic barbarian, you use it.
What?
My God, is that like the only thing in D&D that uses a D3?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
4 damage.
You managed to break a small section of the wall, but it doesn't seem to be coming down anytime soon. You'd have to hit it quite a few more times to bring it down. Additionally,
question
there's
about-
like 4 padlocks, but they all look like the same padlock as the front door.
And the day hasn't changed, correct?
It has not.
So I can't use my acid breath until tomorrow.
I'll take
Or
the
finish a long
key
rest.
we found in Matey Boyd's bedroom and see whether it fits these locks.
It does.
It does.
Yep.
That'll be easier.
You quickly undo all 4 of the locks and the chains come undone.
Smashing more
Why
fun.
use separate keys for separate locks? That's the last one.
Yeah, they only had 1 key, and they had this one lock that was chained to all 4 of them.
I just realized that I was muted that whole time.
Heckin' oofers.
Oof.
In the chat.
All right.
Would I be able to tell whether it seemed as though the doorway was meant to keep something out or something in?
Roll a insight check. Also, there is still a door on this, kind of. It does look quite stuck, though, from all of the random crap getting stuck to it. So, probably going to need a shoulder check to break it down.
Insight would be an 18.
Smash it!
Made of wood,
18?
I could burn it.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it would prefer it's to try and keep something out.
Right, okay.
I appreciate that picture, Flora.
The party chat?
Yeah. It's been so
Wait,
long
which
since
one?
I've seen anything from that movie. I love that old movie.
Yeah.
And just like...
What did you get? You trying to bash down the door?
Always burn it.
That is true.
Yeah,
I mean, when...
No, stop. No fires indoors.
You are in a cave.
Can I
yeah.
smash?
Yes. You don't think you need your hammer for this. You could probably just break the door down with just a shoulder check.
Headbutt!
Over that. roll me a strength check.
Oh boy.
Like, shove the door, Althrox fucking Glaswegian.
18.
Althrox, you shout headbutt, and you bash straight through the door head first and trip forward into a minecart.
Ah!
Oh, that's where that is.
You're like your legs are sticking up out of the fucking minecart. You just tumbled straight into it.
Help! Me no see, help!
Okay, calm down. Let's get him out.
All right, yeah.
Luckily, the minecart appears to have a little lever for a brake on it.
Good.
Otherwise, Althrox's momentum would have definitely carried him down into the giant open pit right in front of you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh boy.
Though looking a little bit closer, you can actually see the minecart track going down at a rather sharp angle, and there's like a lot of there's a minecart track going down this.
When you say a pit, it's not a sheer drop.
Not a sheer drop. It's like a pretty sharp angle, but it's not past 45 degrees basically. It's like a 50-degree angle.
Alright.
Roller coaster.
Or is it 40 degrees? That is like slightly less sharp.
40 degrees is less sharp.
Okay, 40-degree angle then. Still very sharp, but
Kids roller coaster.
Oh my.
So, the track is basically a continuous downward slope.
yes, going down very much.
Is it just the one minecart?
It looks like there was room for a second one, but that one is not there.
Right.
Additionally, looking down the pit, those of you with dark vision can quite easily see, dark vision or light source, you can quite easily see that there are, like not handholds, but like steps carved out of the rock that look like they're meant for people to be walking up and down this.
Right.
So there is a way back up even without the minecarts.
Do we
That's
take
really-
the minecart down though? Is the question.
The better question would be is can we fit in the minecart?
Oh,
That
it's big enough. It's actually quite large.
Stands in giant folk.
Yeah, 3
Hang
full
on,
size
it's
ones.
big enough for 4.
I mean, worst case scenario, the halfling can ride on my shoulders.
That's not a good idea in a mine.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Just
Terrible.
you're holding her like a
It's
child
fucking
on your
as it is.
shoulders, and then just jerk. Jay, you look behind you, and her upper body is gone.
No.
Oh no. What am I gonna do?
I don't need to be a news story like you see about someone getting decapitated at Disney. I don't need to be that. It doesn't need to happen.
By the void.
Oh, I should hope it's not decapitation. I'll be getting hit by the branches.
Lobby.
I think.
If we're going to get in the minecart, I should probably find a way to duck down.
I mean, how high is the ceiling?
It's tall enough. Like it's not so short that you would all have that any of you would have to duck if you were sitting in the minecart.
The relief. I'm 7'9".
Tall.
My God, you're so tall and I'm so small.
It'd be a bit of a
Those
tight fit,
bolts
but you do
do
think that
treat
all
people.
4 of you could fit inside the minecart.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck it.
Let's just make sure we can stop this thing if we need to.
There is a brake.
There was the brake.
Okay.
Is the brake
And the
handle
brake part.
attached to the car?
Yes, the brake is attached to the cart.
Cool. All right, we've got brakes. Let's go for it.
So we put
understand
Althrox
how it
next to the
works.
brake. That way he'll be able to, if more muscle is needed, he'll be able to brake.
Well, who is the strongest? Obviously,
Let's
I'm
just
It's
hope I
Althrox.
don't break
It's
the brake.
Althrox.
okay.
Uh,
Althrox has the highest
what's Althrox's
strength.
strength?
18.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe higher. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
by a long shot.
All right.
Yeah, I've got 15, but I'm small.
Also has 15.
One sec. I need to quickly send a message in the fucking in the fishing channel, the fishing server, because I need people to be here. I need to get my average viewers up so I can get to affiliate.
Oh, wait, would it help if like one of us was just like
Actually,
lurking?
yeah, it'd be fine. Actually, if you all were just lurking in the stream, that would be perfect. Actually, because I just need an average of 3 viewers.
All right, I'm
Already
gonna.
there.
I wouldn't be able to. I'm
Thank
on a phone.
Yep, that's fine. It just needs to have. I just need to have 3 people in the server in the stream. Thank you.
I love the title. Althrox ate all the bandits, so now they get to loot their stuff.
Yep.
Wait.
That is the title of the
Read that.
stream.
Why wouldn't you watch a stream with that title? Come on.
All right, so you all hop into the minecart. Who's pulling the lever to release the brake?
So do
Well,
you just...
I believe I am closest to the brake, so I
Mhm.
might as well pull the lever.
Yep. What were you saying, Flora?
I was about to pull the lever, and Althrox is doing it, so
Okay.
that saves Flora from not knowing how it works.
Althrox, you pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk!
I was gonna say that.
You pull the lever, and with a clunk, the brakes come undone, and with a unfortunate snap, so does the handle of the lever.
It's
Uh-oh.
As the cart begins a rolling.
Right know how these things work, but is that
Whoa.
normally what happens?
No, this is not good.
As you coast over the lip and begin rapidly accelerating downwards.
so Jacques is just going to put one hand on his hat to stop it blowing away, and the other hand is grabbing onto the cat for dear life.
Can I see
Okay,
over
just-
the edge of, like the minecart, or am I too small?
You are small enough. If you're standing, your head's peeking over, but if you're sitting, you are like completely encapsulated by the minecart.
I'm standing, but I'm still guessing. Like I can't get a good view of things. So like, is there like a like? Does the track end anywhere? Are we just gonna crash somewhere? What's going on?
Oh no!
None of you have any
Yeah.
fucking idea. The dark.
I have dark vision. I don't have a light.
Only Jacques can see. All the rest of you are completely blind because the fucking torches got blown out by the wind.
No.
Just out of my curiosity, did the lever snap right where it connects to the minecart, or did it snap at the handle?
It snapped right down near the base. Like there was some rust there that you didn't see before pulling it.
Okay, because if it snapped near the handle, it'd still be able to be pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Not a
Oh,
wild-shaped charges, otherwise I'd summon the child.
How did your party TBK?
Well,
Mine
Gotta play
carts.
good.
I love me my mine carts.
As we're going down, Althrox is just going, "Wee!"
You can't see a thing. You feel the wind, the air slowly getting colder as you go down, 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 faster and faster and faster.
don't lose my
it's like
straw
Space
hat, do
Mountain, but a
I?
nightmare.
If you're holding on to it, you don't.
Yeah, one hand
mean-
on the hat, the other on the minecart with a death grip.
Althrox is just going, "Wee!"
Jacques, being the only person who can see, are you like communicating what you're seeing to the rest of the group?
I'm going to attempt to arrange myself to a point at which I can see what's happening.
Okay.
And then I'd try and relay any vital information as fast as I can.
So as you're going, you, in the minecart, like this seems to be a very long tunnel going as far as you can see. Like in the 60 feet that you're able to see, you can see that the minecart it doesn't seem to show any signs of stopping this descent. Occasionally you can get peaks, like gaps into other sections of the mine that is here, and you can see other minecart tracks, some of which like suspended above massive chasms. And
Right.
like all sorts of things. This one still, it seems to be rather solid. You can see that like it splits off in certain directions, but the track that you're currently on seems to be dead set straight down. And it keeps on going for quite some time. Until you see what appears to be like a just complete maw of darkness in front of you.
Right.
But as you zip along, the minecart levels out slowly. It starts to slowly level out as well. You now realize that this stone is just it's becoming significantly darker than the upper layers of stone. Like it's just some kind of different material or something.
Right.
And as the cart slowly levels out, it's still going at the fucking Mach Jesus, but it's slowing down slowly. Until it's on a flat, rather bumpy area. And it slowly clacks against a stop bar.
Oh boy.
The cold the only one of you that can see anything is Jacques, and the rest of you just are feeling this bone-chilling cold. It's not so cold that you think that it would cause like health problems, but it's just kind of uncomfortable. It's like this type of cold that you get when it's winter and it's windy, but you're still wearing your coat. But you can still feel that oppressive cold.
Me no
Pull out
like
the
cold.
minecart and throw up on the ground.
You guys just
You come out, you go outside, out of the cart onto the cold stone floor and begin puking your guts out. Well,
you guys
what's
just
in
notice
your
that like
gut,
you know how
anyway.
like Jay has this like emo fringe going across her face.
Yep.
Like I imagine
Althrox.
like that probably got blown out of the way. So you just see her try to like rapidly situate that back down, trying to like cover her face again.
Jack's
can't
first few
see a
steps out of the
thing, dear.
minecart are like left, right, left, right. Oh, I think I'm balanced.
Althrox would hop out and go, "Do again, do again."
Well,
No! Never again!
Let's be-
you actually down here you do see the second track that was right next to you. Well, it didn't meet such a good end. Yours ended quite nicely. That one is crashed into the side of a rock face with a skeletal arm, a small skeletal arm dangling out of it.
Uh,
I don't know why, but I just got Journey to the Center of the Earth vibes.
That's an old movie.
Good movie.
wait, does Althrox have his hammer out? So can we see?
Yes, Althrox, please do take your hammer out so that they can see.
Althrox takes his hammer out.
Thank
I,
you.
I tell what the floor's made of.
Oh, oh, yep.
All right.
Wait, were we meant to hear that?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I said if anyone here is listening, please don't.
Okay, but
Okay.
we heard you say it.
All
Oh right,
Say
I
what?
forgot. I didn't mute in Discord. I'm dumb. Sorry. Don't worry about that. Please ignore the
Game,
fact
we
that I
do
said
not know
that.
this.
Yep.
Rocks back and
Wait,
forth,
what's
rocks
going
back
on?
and forth, rocks back and forth.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it, Althrox, Flora, Jay, Jacques. None of you know where you are. You are down in the deep, dark caves.
Prevent us from ever doing that again. Can I try to pick up the minecart?
Well, it was definitely a lot faster than walking all the way down here.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Never
the
again.
But
what
that
does the
was
floor
fun.
seem to be made out of?
Huh? The walls? Oh, the walls seem to be made out of some. Let's see. How durable is basalt?
Not very.
Pretty durable,
I could Google that.
depending.
Like, actually, no, it's probably very compressed, very old basalt, so it'd probably be pretty tough. Metamorphosized into something a little bit stronger.
Just says relatively strong. Oh, 1,000 MPa, which is about 30% of the carbon and 60% of the high strength glass.
Okay.
Come on,
Well,
Google, give me the
effectively,
answer.
decently, like the stone is hard and dark. And
Wait a minute.
cold.
If the stone is bath salt, then that means.
Oh, kind of.
Are we near one?
Not that you know of. But you do not know how how deep underground you are.
Fair enough.
So there might have been like a crack in the crust that let some lava through.
Takes like a glance left and right, lights a cigar and a mine shaft.
I wish to see if there are any paths ahead.
There is first off, you with the light you are now able to see, you're all now able to see the fate of the other minecart, which was slammed into a rock. And you can see a small skeletal appendage sticking out of it, which you recognize probably belonged to a kobold at some point.
Oh, right, because there was in that journal the the mage bandit guy said that a kobold escaped into a hole with the key to the lockbox, right?
Yep,
Is it? Because I guess that's this hole.
most likely.
Okay.
Additionally, Althrox, with the light you can see, with the light you have, you cannot see the walls of this cave. Neither can you, Jacques, even with your 60 feet of dark vision. You can see the ground surrounding you, and actually no, you can't even see. You can see the minecart track going down, and you can see a pillar is where the other cart crashed into. But other than that, you can see nothing. You can't even see the top of the pillar.
Like a wide open space.
Yeah, it's like a wide open space. At the edge of your dark vision, there is a wall of black.
Are we like hearing echoes as we're talking?
Yes, it's
Okay.
very echoing here. Like it's so you can tell you are in a very large open space.
Echo.
When
Oh no.
Echo, 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 echo.
Let's
when
let's be quiet because we don't know what could be down.
when people aren't talking, I'd like to listen for any noise that might not be us.
All right. What's your passive perception?
10.
Good to know.
I think I'd probably be trying to do the same thing.
Mine's 13.
Mine's also
Yeah, you the highest. Oh, you both
My
have.
wisdom buddies.
13.
There's a picture. There's a picture that I've seen that perfectly encapsulates what what you guys are seeing, what Jacques is seeing right now.
Tried looking up deep dark cave, but all of these are just Minecraft.
I think it's the phrase deep dark that's probably leading you that way. Those two words together.
Oh yeah, because Deep Dark is now a whole thing in Minecraft.
Yeah.
The deep down, dark deep down was always a thing about the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I can't find the picture that I was looking for.
Found something.
But anyway,
Party chat. Is it something like this?
let me see. Oh, I'm in the wrong server. No. That's not the specific picture that I'm thinking of.
But basically, how I'm imagining it is using Minecraft as an example. It's the edge of your render distance. It's the 60 foot of your dark vision. Everything's in grayscale, and the only thing you can see is one of the obsidian pillars from the end,
Yeah, pretty much.
with a minecart crash into it,
Yeah, pretty much.
and the floor is completely flat.
Yep. More or less. It's a little bit bumpy here and there. It's not like sanded flat, but it's relatively smooth.
Is there evidence of like? I mean, you said this is mine. Is there evidence of like a mining operation having happened here?
Looking at the floor in the light of Althrox's hammer, you do see like scratches where you presume stuff was hauled from, but it seems that they had a path down here, but it didn't look like they mined very much. The stone was probably a little bit too hard.
Okay. So I mean, they bothered to make a whole track to come down here. So once that suggests that something is down here.
Wait, you say the stone is black?
Yep.
Does it in any way mirror the material of the black obelisk?
No.
Okay,
Though
just wanted to clear that.
there's something about this stone that the black obelisk just has. It's something else. This stone doesn't have that ominous feeling when you're looking at it. The stone
Right.
it just looks like some just darker than usual stone. It doesn't look like there's something wrong with it.
Okay. No one else says I'm going to go and try and peel the minecart out of this pillar.
Was trying to do that.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
All right, then you two work together to try and pull this crumpled minecart out of the pillar. It's not really crumpled, but it's like bashed into it. It's kind of like a car crash.
I'm
Yes.
gonna light a torch and just start to kind of wander separately from the group to see if I can discover more of our surroundings.
All right, you do so, and I'll get back to you on that real quick. Flora, Jacques, roll me what's your strength checks?
Natural 20.
Wonderful. Flora?
I rolled just raw strength.
Yeah.
That is a 14.
All right, together you're able to yank the cart out of the wall, and the body, the skeleton of the kobold, falls backwards into the cart with the small box thing that seemed to have been clutched to its chest, clattering to the side.
Oh, that would explain why we stopped.
Oh no, it was on a separate track than you guys.
Oh.
I do have one question.
Yes.
The remains of the kobold. You say it's skeletal remains already?
Yes.
Huh.
As you say that, roll me a investigation with advantage.
Investigation advantage 17.
There's teeth marks on the bones.
Oh shit.
Oh,
no.
Without saying a word or even pointing to it, you just see Jack go for the blade straight away. Kind of point it out to Flora. The tooth marks.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Althrox
His teeth marks.
at me. Is there something wrong?
didn't point the blade at you, pointed out the teeth marks to you.
Oh.
No, I wasn't holding a sword edge to you. I was pointing with my offhand to the bite marks on the corpse.
I know what those teeth marks are.
Roll a nature check with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, because this isn't my environment, is it?
Your environment is the forest, not the caves.
11.
You have no idea.
It's been lovely. I would recommend going back to the kobolds.
I take the device that locks into the lockbox out of the dead kobold. If we hadn't already.
Okay, you took that out.
Just gonna
Okay.
carry the mine cart over my head like a Pikmin. I'm able to do that first of all because I'm large.
Depends how much the mic weighs.
It's decently heavy, but you could probably do it. It would reduce your movement speed, but you could do it if you tried.
Then I'll do that.
I guess wearing an old dusty minecart as a helmet.
I'm wearing it as a helmet.
You're
Can't wear
carrying it.
metal
You're
armor.
just carrying it over your head.
The stairs out, right?
Yep.
Just gonna sort of nod towards the stairs. Like aggressively, like, come on, can we not?
Oh, I was gonna say something right. As you are doing this, you hear like a slight chittering around you, and we'll put a pause on that and hop back to Jay.
yeah.
Jay, as you have your torch lit and you're wandering around this dark area, you wander a little bit away from the party. You can still see the light from Althrox's hammer.
Mhm.
You're using that as a reference as they start to pull the kobold's body out of the thing, and you hear, like, even from this distance, you can hear vaguely what they're talking, like what they're saying. Actually, roll me a perception check as you are like trying to listen in on what they're saying, or would you not really care? Do you
No, I'd
prioritize just looking
probably,
around?
I'd say I'd probably stay within like 50 feet, so like try and like keep an ear out in case they decide to leave or something.
Okay,
But
then
I
roll
rolled
a
it.
perception check with advantage to hear because the echo is kind of carrying their words to you.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay. You hear Flora kind of squeak teeth marks, and you start hearing chittering in the darkness around you.
I'm gonna take out my sword, and I'm gonna tentatively go towards the chittering.
All right. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, that's terrifying. What the fuck?
Not good when the DM goes, "Oh no."
I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. I want to go home.
Ish, what have you done?
Come pick me up, please.
All right.
I could
So,
actually pick you up, though.
as you start slowly approaching it, you see a small, it's kind of, as the light kind of shines on it, and it kind of shields its face a little bit, and it's this tiny little like spider-like thing with it's got a semi-humanoid torso and a very long neck, but it's tiny. It's like the size of a oh, what's the word, like a small rock, like a rock you could pick up in your hands. It'd be perfectly comfortable. Smaller than a cat.
I know how this goes.
It like
Maybe
it
dried it.
it chitters at you slightly and looks at you.
Do I sense it's like aggressive towards me or just curious?
Roll me an insight check.
Oh boy. That's a 4.
It doesn't really look. It looks a little bit hesitant, but other than that, you can't. It seems perfectly harmless.
All right. I'm just gonna.
Roll me another perception check.
Okay.
Well, actually, your earlier perception check was a dirty 20, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This one's mouth isn't moving, but you can still hear the chittering.
I'm gonna think in my head, this might be somebody's child, and they might not be happy for me to go near it. I'm gonna just back away from it very slowly and non-threateningly, and just
Are
start
you
to
looking
book
where
it
you're
back.
going?
No, I don't think I would.
As you're like stepping back, you feel something, your foot bump into something, and it immediately skitters away.
Hmm. That's. I'm gonna turn around and just speed walk back.
You hear the slight clicking of tiny little footsteps. A
No.
lot of them following behind you.
I'll look behind me as I keep walking.
You can see a slight glint of dozens of tiny eyes in the dark.
Oh, I don't like this. I feel uncomfy. I mean, I said I wouldn't get more than 50 feet away, but did I, like, how far away am I from
It was
everybody?
only about 15 feet outside of that little small range.
Okay, so I'm gonna, like, as soon as I get within, like, talking distance of everyone else, I'm gonna be like, guys, we need to leave right now. Tiny creatures, let's go now, go now, please.
I mean, once you got within visual range, you'd see the jack
Nod
already had his sword out
vigorously.
anyway.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna run back to everybody because I'm just very freaked out.
Okay, one moment. I'm going to get a quick picture of what these things look like.
Oh no, I don't want to see it.
Do not look at it if you have
Oh,
arachnophobia.
boy.
I swear to God,
Gotta
it felt
love-
like tiny little driders.
No, there's something worse.
The baby driders.
Worse.
No.
The
Okay.
worst.
Quick
than-
note.
Oh,
Quick note. Everything in the Underdark is some amount of terrifying. How do you mark something as a spoiler?
Discord?
Yes.
yeah.
It's the little eyeball, I think. There should be a little eyeball. Here, let me test something. There's a little eyeball after you put the image in.
Spoiler attachment. Yep, there we go. I posted it in party chat. There are very tiny versions of this thing. It looks a little bit softer.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh,
Oh, wow, look at
You
that.
see those little ones
Cool.
that are under that thing? That's what it is that you saw.
Oh, so that's the big one.
okay. That's spooky. Yeah, I don't think Jake
I'm
would
not
ever
going
say
to put it on stream just in case there's arachnophobes in the chat. But yeah. Okay, continuing on. You all gather back up and you can hear quite a few little chitters coming around.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, as soon as I get back, I was like, I saw tiny, freaky little bug things, and we need to leave. Did we
Do the noises sound like they're coming from one direction or every direction?
Primarily
Sorry.
one direction. It seems to be primarily the direction that Jay went.
Okay, where's Althrox?
He's right by you two.
Okay. Kind of, doing
Oh,
the
and
actual
Jacques,
thing of
due to the fact that you have dark
we are
vision,
leaving.
you have dark vision out to 60 feet. You can see about 20 of these things just outside of the light from Althrox's hammer. They're not very big, but there's a lot of them.
Wait, can I see any?
No, they're outside the light of they're outside of the light source. They're all hiding in the dark.
I'm the only one that can. Wait, so are they afraid to move into the light?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They maybe they're not really going past. They're not really entering the circle of light caused by the moonlight hammer.
I'm gonna just go forwards a little bit with my torch. Are they backing away?
No.
It's the moonlight hammer.
Oh, okay.
They like hiss at you a little bit, and they like a couple of them kind of come up and try and snap at you, but your body is still within range of the light from the moonlight, so they're not coming closer.
Okay. So, it's the moonlight that they don't like. I think we should go and stay by Althrox.
Yeah.
If you need me to make more light, I'd be glad to.
Yeah, but light isn't fire.
Firelight's not good enough.
Oh, moonlight specific. Oh, radiation. Yeah, I don't have moonbeam.
Yeah, I'd say, like, if we got the thing that we came down here for, I don't think we have a reason to stay. As much as
let's.
as a player, I'd
no,
like to do another combat. Let's get out of here.
No.
I'd probably recommend taking Althrox, basically using him like a hot potato, sticking him in between the three of us, keeping the moonlight out, and going back up the stairs.
Yep.
All right. Though it'll take you a good couple of hours to climb back up those stairs.
Well, we can't go back with the minecart, so I think this is our only option.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say let's go at a brisk pace.
All right.
Sure. What the?
That's yes.
That was my computer almost falling off the table. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yikes.
Oh,
Don't
geez.
do that.
Turtle in the chat just said that's several kilometers of stairs.
Several
You
columns
think?
stairs. We're about to climb.
Yes.
This and the minecart. That's my steps for a month and a half.
Why do you need the minecart?
Wait, Flora, are you actually carrying the minecart?
Yes, I'm actually carrying the minecart.
Like, this is
Yeah.
fine, like, but you're able to do it, but like, it's gonna slow down your pace a bit, but you are able to do it.
Go on without me.
And
Why?
note, it's only about a kilometer of stairs.
Why do we need the minecart?
Flora wanted it for something.
One of them really likes minecarts, the other one likes heads. Like,
This minecart is not large enough for a boat. It fit like maybe like 8 kobolds, maybe. It fits the 4 of you, but it would fit like maybe 8 kobolds.
Did I just ditch the minecart?
Yeah,
Like the minecart might be useful if you want to ever quickly go back down. But
Okay, I'll keep the minecart, but
I mean, can we push it on the track?
oh yeah, you could totally do that.
I mean, I think it would still take a while, but it'd be less physical exertion
Mm-hmm.
to push it.
Yep.
But I'd say the second, if like things go sour, we ditch it.
yeah.
Jack, for quite a while as you're ascending the stairs, you can see that. Apologies, I'm having a little bit of a bite. You can see that they're following you, the spider things, the little chittery bastards. But basically, as soon as the rock slowly starts to transition back from the dark, like the almost black stone to the gray,
Yeah.
they begin to retreat.
Right.
Okay.
And after a few hours of climbing, you all find your way back up across the ledge, and you're back in the cave that had the bandits. And you are met by the concerned voices of several kobolds. Are you okay? Who's down there? Are you alright?
it's okay, dears.
Hang on, how many kobolds?
About 4 of them now. The two that came with you initially, as well as two other ones that you recognize as a couple of ones that you guys treated.
Right.
Do we know the names of the 2 that
No.
initially came with us?
No, they never introduced themselves. They might have introduced themselves to Althrox, but they never introduced themselves to you folk.
Okay.
Also, that was in Draconic, and only Althrox understood it. That they asked if you guys were okay. We never really went down the dark hole. It was very scary.
No.
They
Wait, no, I
again,
don't know what they're saying.
again, they're saying
Yep,
saying this
yep.
in Draconic, and only Althrox
Yeah.
can understand it.
Althrox, what are they saying?
He lit up, but nothing came out.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be picking you up.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I'm guessing reconnecting.
Yep.
Your thrones. Yep, there we are.
Now it
Can
is.
hear you now.
Okay.
They ask if we all right.
Just tell him not to go down the hole.
Mentally scarred, but we're okay.
I just got in my steps for several months.
Yeah, that was a long walk.
Should we head back?
The kobolds are like, yeah. We were working at gathering all the tools and such. We also grabbed some of the old weapons from the bandits. We found a knife. It's pointy. And
It's pointy.
we got they basically gathered up all of the tools that they would need, and yeah, they took a few things off of the bandit bodies. Well, you guys didn't take, basically. All right.
Right.
Though it is getting rather close to dawn, so we need to get going now.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
We go.
Yeah, let's go.
And with that, you all head back to the kobold camp. Or cave. With a couple of the kobolds dragging like a makeshift sled with the tools on top of them. And yeah, you make it back. You are all quite exhausted as day breaks. I do believe it's about time for all of you to take a nap.
Yes, 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 yes.
Long rest, please.
The slut.
To schlep. All right. And you all get a long rest. Yes. Nap time. Nappy
Yeah.
time. Heckin' nap time.
Yay.
I'm gonna keep that open.
Panic.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Panic.
I'll never throw something at you that you can't handle.
Was there something down there that we wouldn't have been able to handle?
No. Might have been difficult, but you definitely would have been able to handle it.
Probably for the
Well,
best, though.
if you had at least one spell slot left, you definitely would have been able to handle it. It would have been difficult otherwise, but you probably still would have survived. Pretty much all of you were at full health, so it would have been fine.
Yes.
Just didn't have a lot of
What I have was my spell slots or my child.
Be
Would have been-
back up. Thunderclap.
Had-
Back up. Thunderclap. Back up. Thunderclap.
yeah, basically any type of AoE would have been able to demolish those guys.
Yeah, not quite there yet.
Right. Anyway, that's important information because you might have to go back down there depending on the situation.
Oh yeah.
Of course we do.
Right. Continuing on. The elder comes back around. So now that we have the tools, what should we do? Should we try to build a raft? Should we?
Clunk the minecart down. A canoe. Please.
I'm sorry, that will not fit all of us.
No, but maybe enough so that we can spare a few trees.
Are you telling me that you carried that minecart all the way here just so we wouldn't have to chop some trees there?
I look at you dead in the eyes with the most serious stare in my life.
That's
Yes!
dedication.
Okay. So we will be sensitive if we do decide to use some trees to make a raft.
What did you find down there? They told me you went down the hole. We've sent a couple people down to check at least a little bit of it, but they never went all the way down.
Somebody has a
That's
boss.
Yeah,
probably
I
a good
wouldn't-
idea.
I
No.
wouldn't recommend that.
There were weird things. They were very freaky. No,
Could you-
probably not worth it.
Could you describe them to me? I might know a bit. I spent
I,
quite a bit of time down in the caves, and I might have stumbled into like a long time ago. I spent quite a bit of time down in caves. Might have stumbled down into the area that you're talking about. Maybe not the exact same area, but maybe a similar one.
give the general description of the weird spider-like thing with the almost snaky neck.
There's also
Naoji.
a hole down there.
Naoji hatchlings. That's concerning. But generally they more or less will leave you alone if you stay away from their nests.
Right.
Or at least the adults will leave you alone.
Good to know. Good information.
So be very aware. Quickly, I am really reading something. Mhm. Interesting. They are very dangerous. I've seen people be. A long time ago, I saw someone try to talk with them and they took them. They didn't. They. Mm, was strange. They looked at them and they said that they didn't want to go, but then they after they looked at them, they went with them.
Right.
Oh,
It's very discomforting.
Interesting.
I'm glad we got out of there when we did.
Though that was only an attribute of the adults, as far as I can recall. The young ones are a little bit more bestial.
What was the name of these things again?
A Neogi. Neogi.
Yogi, yogi, yogi. Oi, oi. What?
Okay, so DM to party. You have two
Yeah.
options for getting the kobolds out of here. One of which, make the raft. Other of which, brave the caves. And you have a bit of time to figure out. Well, you have, what is this? Let's see, they had 5 days. Now they have 4 as you guys complete your long rest. They have 4 days left of food.
Right. So.
With, the party sleeps till about, it's like late afternoon now.
Mhm.
As it was dawn when you fell asleep. And you are awoken by the distant roll of thunder and the sound of rain outside the cave, as it's a bit more comfortable for the lot of you, with the exception, of course, of Jay. They set up bedding for you in the main cave area, rather than in the tunnels themselves. And you can see the rain outside.
I just want to poke my head out. Do I hear anything of the swarm?
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Alright, that'll be a 12.
Not a peep.
Hmm.
Though it's a little bit difficult to listen for them over the rain, you can't hear a single abnormal noise. You can even hear the sounds of some birds in the brush.
Wait, I'm trying to remember, were there sounds of birds when we got to the kobold area, or
No.
or was there no sound at all? Okay.
Dead silent.
So
That was one of the first signs that there was something wrong.
Yeah. So I'll go and tell this to everyone. It's entirely possible that the swarm doesn't go out when the weather's like this. If they only want daytime when it's sunny.
Though thinking about it,
Theory.
you may be able to draw some conclusions from the fact that the first time you found one of them, it was stuck in the lake.
and dissolved in water.
Water. It doesn't like water. They don't like water.
It's very hard to fly with soaked wings.
Oh, right, of course.
Okay, so rain and
Would
night.
explain why the one in the lake was acting so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in theory, we can go outside right now. So for
I
just
think
We're not going to get a better chance.
But what are you going to do?
I think we need to decide amongst ourselves the pros and cons for each situation, and then entirely base it off of that.
so first the raft. I mean, one of those doesn't really want to hurt trees.
Yeah, con would be chopping down trees.
Problem will be chopping
So-
down trees, making the raft,
Yes.
Yeah.
and holding the raft together long enough to get you down far enough out of that far enough down the river to get out of the swarm's territory.
Problem
We
is not
only
the
have night to do it.
destruction. It's the lack of rebirth that concerns me.
I mean, I don't know how many trees would we need to use to make a raft to hold all the kobolds plus us. I mean, how many? There were like 20 kobolds
20
or
some
something.
kobolds, yeah. So you'd need about two 10 by 10 rafts, I think. And that would be a bit packed. No, that'd be super packed. You'd need like at least like two 15 by 15, I think.
Basically, we need to make a small boat.
Yeah.
And none. I mean, I don't personally. I have no experience crafting nautical craft. That's not what I'm familiar with. I didn't even see the sea until. I mean, I've barely had any experience with like large bodies of water, let alone a river.
Jack doesn't even have a concept of what the ocean is, let alone what a boat is.
Yeah, and the elder of the kobolds pop chimes in. Unfortunately, none of us here have any experience with shipbuilding or water traversal either.
Wait, DM,
Well,
but how is that kind of. But
except
having a
for
lack of knowledge.
except with the exception for old man Jimmy, who he once floated a barrel down a river. He was in the barrel.
Idea.
Sorry, what was that, Jay?
I was saying, would a lack of knowledge about building a boat hinder us in making the boat?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay. Just
Like
wanted to
making a raft is like it's not crazy hard. You just need a bunch of logs and you need to like lash them together with rope and stuff. But navigating the boat down the river, preventing it from coming apart, stuff like that would be very difficult if none of you know anything about shipbuilding.
Can I go find an oval-shaped leaf?
Sure, you go out into the rain. It's not raining crazy hard, but it's hard enough that it'll get you soaked pretty quick. And you go out into the brush and you find yourself a leaf.
Alright, I'm gonna bring it back down and ask for like a bowl of water.
One of the kobolds just grabs like a clay bowl and scoops some water out of the river, out of the like little inset in the cave.
I'm gonna pull the leaf so it bends into a little bowl shape and like plop it on the bowl of water.
It floats there.
Look at the elder and explain. It's the basic idea from what I've seen.
The elder just kind of like rubs her forehead, and I understand the concept of a boat. We just don't know anything about how to build or sail one.
Point over at the minecart. You think you could bend it into the shape of the leaf?
Could fit a few more people, maybe, but well, I don't think any of us are strong enough to bend solid iron. And also, that runs the risk of if any water gets in that from any rough waters, most likely it would sink.
Very well.
The only issue with taking the cave option is we don't know where the hell we'll end up. But then, from what I've seen of the rest of you, and knowing my own skills, we're pretty well equipped to handle any smaller incidents down there.
And many of us aren't helpless either. Many of us know how to use a sling, which, while not the most devastating of weapon, can be helpful on certain targets.
I think we saw that firsthand.
We did.
So I'm feeling as though the caves are our better option.
I think the caves might be the best option. We'd already agreed beforehand that the caves would offer the most protection from the swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Look what we found down there. Oh, I just don't know.
You did have something
I
that
know
kept
those
them
things
back.
were horrifying. But I guess it's a toss-up between, do you want to go through something we possibly stand a chance against, or do you want to be picked apart by a swarm of birds?
I feel like the caves are going to be safer. I mean, right, we could go hunting right now and try and get us like a smidgen more food if we can, if there are creatures around. That might buy us a bit more time. And then I'd say perhaps just go down as soon as we can and start figuring out where everything goes to.
Not in agreement. Having made up my mind.
Additionally, you never opened that lockbox.
Oh right.
The box!
Yeah, I'll take out the box. Like who had the thing to go in it?
I'll hand over the thing to go in it.
Okay, it's like a while the rest of this lockbox is made out of metal, the key is actually only made out of wood, weirdly enough. Though it seems to have some kind of enchantment on it to keep it from degrading.
Yeah.
It fits perfectly into the top of the box, and with a slight twist of the gem, the box clicks open.
What's inside?
Inside is a small, well, like a milky white stone. That's about it. Like there's some like silk surrounding it, but other than that, it's just a stone.
Jack, do you want to identify it?
It is the next day. The identification magnification is now recharged.
I'll grab the tooth and the feather, pull out the magnifying glass, give it a once over.
This is a moondrop gem. Let's see, one moment. I need to look up something. All right. This is a moonlight gem. It's like the only thing that you can think, the information on it that you can think of is it contains some condensed power of the moon. However, in its current state, it cannot be used.
It's for the stick, isn't it?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's combine the two.
Oh my god.
Boop.
wants the box.
The boot to signify you putting the stone in the stuff.
Yep. You kind of shift and shove the stone into the grasping, like gnarled limbs of the staff, and it wraps around it slightly, gripping the gem.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, interesting.
The staff glows softly, and with that, it glows for a sec, and then the gem slowly fades. The light from the gem slowly fades. And you can feel a magical resonance from the staff now.
Oh.
I mean, can you do magic shit with it? I don't know what magic shit that would be, but can you do anything?
Cough cough requires attunement. Cough cough.
Oh, okay. Probably could. Probably could. This might
takes-
be able to cast.
It takes an hour for you to attune to an item. Unless it specifically states otherwise. But this, it takes an hour for you to attune to it.
Okay, I'll spend some time alone with the staff to attune myself to it.
All right. What is everybody else doing while Flora is attuning to the staff?
She's going to take an hour to do that. I say we quickly do a once over, like Jay said, see if there's any local wildlife in the immediate area.
Also,
Only for
the
like half
durability.
an hour-ish.
Okay. All right. Who all is going out hunting?
Me.
All right.
I'll go with.
Okay. Althrox, or are you staying with the kobolds?
I'll go hunting.
All right. Are you all working together or working individually?
I try and work together.
Yeah, being stealthy.
Stealth, not me strong suit.
I'd say hunting, we probably, I mean, I'm just guessing there's going to be very limited things with the swarm around. So I say just trying to be quiet and try to get as much as we can within the time we spend hunting.
If anything.
Okay. So, to feed the kobolds for a day, you would effectively need, I think I said there's 24 of them. You would need 24 morsels of food, which you could probably get from small birds, squirrels, other small animals.
Yeah, I'd say let's aim to get 24 and then what we each need like the four of us, we each need a pound, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, maybe just like I mean like 30 things is a lot, but maybe like that's our goal, and if we fall short of the goal, then we still hopefully make our minimum.
All right.
Depends what we find.
And if you get lucky and find something big, then that'll probably be enough for like maybe a whole day.
Yeah, I'd say let's see what we find and go from there.
All right.
Yep.
Roll for survival, all of you.
16.
Jacques,
Dirty 20.
Althrox,
Let's see. 19.
all right.
Nice.
With that, let's see, 30, 20, 19, what was it, 14 from Jay?
16.
16, okay, that's actually really good. Let's see. Oh. Althrox, like, are you with the other two, or are you going off on your own?
I'm with the other two.
Okay. I'd say the three of you kind of fanned out a little bit to try and scout out, to try and to try and locate and track some critters.
Mm-hmm.
Jacques, you found yourself in a small clearing with a what looks like a rabbit burrow. Jay,
Mm-hmm.
you found yourself like there's a couple you've noted a couple of squirrels and a few birds. Althrox, you are at the edge of the river and you've noticed a few fish here as well as you can see like a something larger is down in the water. There's something down there.
Gonna roll perception to see if I can get a closer look.
Yep, do that.
Let's see, that would be 12.
You just kind of stick your head in the water and look down towards it. You can see like a large claw, but other than that, it's kind of hard to see.
I don't know why, but I can just imagine Althrox rearing his head back and just plunging his head into the water.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I imagined he did.
And you said a large claw?
Yes, a claw.
Time to go for a swim.
All right, we'll do you first. Give me just a minute. Oh, words. There it is. You jump down into the water and you find yourself face to face with a massive crayfish.
I thought it would be the crayfish.
Roll for initiative.
2.
2. Althrox, your initiative is 2. Why the fuck does the giant crayfish have a +1 to its initiative? Like, this thing is big. Like, it's a large creature.
What defines a large creature?
10 foot by 10 foot space it takes up.
Okay, so bigger than Althrox.
It's chonky boy.
Probably tasty, too.
Probably. Though, Althrox, you are in its home environment, and you are not 100% sure that you can kill this thing. On your own, at least. Might be able to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Okay.
Let's see.
The crayfish just kind of looks at you at first as you drop down in front of its lair, and it kind of like it raises its claws up as if to defend itself.
I know that look all too well. It's the look the crayfish give right before you put him in a pot.
Oh God, yeah, it is. It looks like it will attack you once you get within melee range of it. All right, Althrox, you're up.
I'm trying to think if acid would go through water or if it would
It
just
would
float right
not.
on top.
It wouldn't. It would. So basically, how I run spells underwater is spells have their range halved, and their AOE halved as well.
And if it's a 15, 39, no, 5, 39, then it'd be
Cough,
what,
cough.
2.5 by...
I advise raging.
Oh, that's what's gonna happen.
You're just figuring out what to use your action on.
Yes.
You can use your bonus action
'Cause-
first. You don't have to use your action first.
Well, if I'm above the crayfish, correct?
You drop down to the bottom of the river right in front of it. You are about 15 feet from it.
All right, then if it's rearing its claws towards me, and its eyes, if it's just like a regular crayfish, its eyes are on stalks, correct?
Yes. I think so. I'm looking at the picture. Actually, no. Its eyes are not on stalks. Its eyes are kind of sunken into like an armor plate that is its head.
On either side of its head?
Yes.
Or... Okay, then how big is the head of the creature?
It's like this. It's let's see. If with it, it's about 10 feet long. Maybe not. Well, not 10 feet long. It's about 7 feet long. But it's a bit quite
How
chunky. It's about 3 or 4 feet wide. Its head itself is a little bit less than that, about 2 feet wide.
I'm gonna try to play this smart. I'm going to rage.
Which ability
And
are you choosing?
I'll go with claws this go round,
All right.
which will also allow me to get a second attack.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna move towards it, but try to stay in between both of its eyeballs while moving.
Okay. Are you moving within 5 feet of it to attack?
Yes.
Okay. As you do so, it uses its reaction to attack you with its claws. That is a 11 to hit. Does that hit you?
No.
No, it doesn't, because base armor class is 10 for barbarians. It's 10 plus strength plus con? No, it's 10 plus dex plus con. All right, it misses. It is now your turn. Your turn resumes.
All right, then. I'm right in front of this creature, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to try to use my claws and my strength to try to toss this motherfucker out of the water.
Oh, you're trying to grapple it?
Yep.
So how you're going to need to do this is you're going to need to grapple it and then pull it out of the water. You're not going to be able to just yeet it out of the water.
If only I could.
It's got a lot better movement in the water than you do. It's about 20 or so total feet to get you out of the water.
Yeah,
And because you're in water,
they move backwards.
your movement is halved due to the fact that you don't actually have a swim speed. And you'll also need athletics checks to even move with this thing grappled. All right. First things first, roll your grapple check, which is just a normal attack roll. Note, this grapple takes your entire action and you are unable to do a bonus action attack because of it. You have to take the attack action to do a bonus action attack.
So for grapple, is that strength as well?
For grapple, yeah, it's a normal attack action.
All right.
And this thing needs to try and beat it with its strength or its dex, which is going to try and beat it with strength.
Then that would be 21?
It does
If I did
not.
the math right?
Yeah, it should be whatever's on the d20 plus your strength plus your proficiency, which your strength is 4, so it should be whatever's on the d20 plus 6.
So 23.
All right. You fucking grab onto this thing that's... Are you able to grapple? Wait, are you even able to grapple things that are bigger than you?
Don't make me lie to you.
Grapple rules. Yes, you can. You can only target creatures up to one size larger than you. This thing is only one size larger than you. Therefore, you can grapple it.
Sweet.
Right, you have successfully grabbed onto the crayfish.
And
Like,
I
how
use
did you?
my action-
How are you grabbing this thing?
2 claws, both. The words. My claws trying to grip as much upon the, I guess, exoskeleton
All right. Yep.
as much as
no,
possible.
are they like crab claws or are they like talons?
Talons.
Okay. You grip into the thing's shell and just dig your claws in and grab real hard into like the center of mass of this thing. Jeez, I'm gonna have another player who 1v1 the crayfish. Alright, so you still have your movement. It's halved due to the water, and this thing will definitely fight you every step of the way. But you have to get like 20 feet out. 20 feet to get out of the water.
And I already moved. How far? 15.
Yes, to get within range of it. So that would actually be your whole
Then-
movement for this turn.
Yes.
Because you're in difficult terrain because you don't have a swimming speed.
Oh Lord,
Alright.
I can't wait till I can actually choose that skill.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Grappled. Target speed becomes 0. Let's see. Target speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from bonus to its speed. Grappling effects. It literally says the only thing that grapple does is reduce something's speed to 0. Anyway,
So it can't really move.
yes, it can't move while you're like grabbing onto it. It attempts to pinch at you with its claws, but well, actually, we'll see. But due to the awkward angle of it, of you just you're kind of like bear hugging its shell. It's unable to reach you with its claws, despite its attempts. Okay, it is now your turn, Althrox. Please roll me an athletics. Please roll me an athletics check to try and move this thing.
To try and move.
Yeah, to try and move this thing. To try and you're gonna need to haul this thing out of the water. This thing is heavy as shit.
So let's see. Plus, that would be 20.
20, damn. All right. You're able to move. Let's see. How much this thing, it fails its check to try and resist your movements. You move 15 feet closer to the edge, like to the 15 feet to the edge of the water.
Which would leave about 5 feet between me and the edge of the water.
Yep.
And it didn't break the grapple, so besides movement, while I'm still grabbing onto it, that'd be pretty much it.
Yep. Right. That is the end of your turn. Once again, it's trying to attack you. Does a 15 hit you?
15?
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it, by 1 point. It was 1 point over.
Okay, well, you take... Because you're raging, it's halved. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as its claw, like, clamps onto you, which is halved down to 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
So,
You only take 4 points of damage because you're resistant to physical damage.
and that
That should leave you at 19 hit points.
Yep. Just making sure I did the math correctly.
All right, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna continue moving this big bitch out of the water.
Roll me another athletics check.
Yep. God damn, what's with these fucking teens? I mean, I'm not complaining every day. $22? Question mark?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Goes 16 plus 4 plus 2 with proficiency.
Yep, that'll get you up to 22. You successfully haul the thing all the way out of the water, and you get it like a good 10 feet inland.
All right, now I brought the creature onto my home. Yay!
Yay. All right, it is now its turn again. It attempts to, now that it's got its claw stuck in you, grabbing onto you, it attempts to pull you off of it with a strength check. You will need to do a contested strength check to hold on to the grapple.
All right.
Because now
3.
you are also grappled to it.
Okay, let's see. Wait. 9?
With a 9, that is insufficient to keep hold, and it yanks you off of it, and it's holding you in its claw now. You are still within range to hit it, but you are currently being the one being grappled. All right, that is the end of its turn.
My mission is complete. I got it out of the water.
Yep, it is your turn.
All right, so it currently has me grappled, correct?
Yep, it's currently grabbing you, but you can still hit it.
All right, then. Would it be possible for me to pry these claws apart and potentially break off one of the pincers? Because there's 2 on each one.
Very difficult, but it would be possible. You might want to just attack it.
Well, good thing I can use my acid breath. Yeah, that'll work.
Yep.
I use my acid breath while aiming for the claw that I guess the joint of the claw that holds me.
Okay. It needs a dex save, yes?
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. That is a 6. It fails the dex save.
Alright then, that would be... Let's go see. The dex save. Fuck, hold on. Takes 2d6 on a failed save, so
Yep,
that
roll
would be...
the damage.
9.
Alright, it takes 9 points of acid damage. Doesn't seem to like that very much, but it doesn't let you go. Alright, actually, with that, I'm actually going to quickly put a pause in that and hop back to Jacques. Jacques, you find yourself in a clearing with what appears to be a rabbit burrow.
Does it seem as though... do I just know it's a rabbit burrow by its appearance? Or...
Well, you saw a rabbit go into it, so
okay.
Like, one popped out, and then was like, oh, it's raining, and then went back inside.
Okay. I guess I'll just get the heavy crossbow out. Or I probably had it out already if you were going hunting. Just sit there with a bolt loaded and wait for a rabbit to stick its head out.
That seems so excessive.
I mean, it's either that or try and catch it and stab it with a knife.
Small rabbit versus giant crossbow. I wonder who will win.
Oh
I mean,
no.
you never know.
There's only rabbit folk. Bunny.
What's that?
Bunny. No, that's an avatar of death, not a bunny.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Panic. Panic.
I totally I tried to search bunny for a stat block for a bunny, but I just hit enter after searching bunny, and it automatically put an avatar of death stat block onto my DM screen.
Okay,
Anyway,
that's a new one.
right, so you are just patiently waiting for the rabbits to come out. Jay, what are you doing? You've found some squirrels and a couple of birds.
Okay, I'm gonna try and like take some cover somewhere and stay still for a few minutes, just trying to like blend it. Like I wear like greens and browns and like I've kind of designed my own appearance to like blend in
Yep.
to like forest. Trying to be sneaky.
Roll me
and
a
wait.
stealth check then.
Oh, that's not very good. That is a 5.
Oof. As you're like slinking over, you kind of rustle some bushes and snap a twig, and they seem to notice you and look, and then they flee up the trunk a little bit higher.
Okay. That didn't work.
At least the squirrels. The birds don't seem to be too bothered by your movements. Though they actually no, they fly up into the higher parts of the tree too.
Cool. Okay. Do I see anywhere that I could shoot with my bow?
You can still see a couple of them, but they now have both cover and they're further away.
Okay, so it'd be harder to hit.
Still within range, but but yeah, they have a lot of them have like effectively 3/4 cover now.
I mean, I kind of. I'm wondering, like, if I could. I mean, because they're like morsels. Like, I don't know how good. Like, I'll be able to, like, feed the entire kobold camp with them. So I wonder if I might go off and try and find something a bit bigger.
Okay, you're abandoning this current hunting site?
Yeah.
All right. Then roll me another survival check.
That's a 6.
You don't really manage to find anything. But as you're wandering back, Althrox, we're back at you. The giant crayfish takes another swing at you with its big claw. That's an 11 to hit, which doesn't hit. It's an 11 to hit, doesn't hit. Althrox, it's your turn now.
Well, let's see. If I'm still grappled, I need to escape that. That way I can actually get my movement back.
Or you could just kill it.
That too. I still got my hammer. I wish to throw my hammer at its face.
You currently have your claws equipped.
Ah, shoot.
You are in range to hit it with your claws.
Oh, I didn't realize I was that close.
Yeah, it's holding you. Like you're in range to scratch it.
Well, I figured it was using its claw to hold me away from its face.
Oh no, you're in range to like scratch at its arm. You're in range to not really its face, but you're at least in range to hit it to stab at its arm.
All right then, I'll use one claw attack to attack at its own arm, and wait, let me just be sure.
Okay, quick note for bonus action attacks. You'll still get to add your rage damage bonus, but you don't get to add your strength bonus, I don't think, to the attack. Or is it the other way around where you don't get to add your proficiency, your strength to the attack roll?
Let's see. For claws,
It's the damage, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Just the damage then? Alright. So but that's just how dual wielding works unless you have a specific fighting style for dual wielding.
all right then.
So your damage for your first attack will be a +6. Your damage for your second will only be a +2.
All right then. So let's see. Roll. I assume roll 2 hit. So
Yep.
21 to hit.
That hits. Roll
So
your
it'd be-
damage.
That'd
That should
be
be a D6 + 6.
D6 plus 6. All right,
Because I'm
then
pretty
that
sure
would
your
be
claws are
12.
D6. 12? Oh, you got
Yes,
max
my
damage.
claws are
Wonderful.
D6.
Right. That hit, it did not really appreciate that. Your offhand attack. Another roll to hit.
Yep. 13. And you said plus 2?
Yep. What was it to hit?
So 16. It was 14 plus 2, so 16.
Oh, no, you still get to add your normal modifiers. Okay, so you add different stuff to your to hit than you do to your damage. For your to hit, it's your strength plus your proficiency bonus. For damage, it's your strength for your first attack plus your rage bonus. And for your second attack, it's just your rage bonus, which is
All right,
+2.
then.
So your to hit is still +6 from your stuff, but your damage bonus is only a +2.
Then 20.
All right, that easily hits.
And that'd be another D6. 3.
3 on the die or 1 on the die?
Yep.
3 on the die.
It was
then...
a 1 on the die plus 2.
Oh, okay. Another 3 damage. Your offhand strike is a little bit rusty because you're used to only using one weapon, but you still get a good nick in. All right.
I assume it doesn't let go.
It still is not letting go, no.
Let go of me, you bastard!
All right, looping back around to Jacques. Roll me a stealth check, Jacques.
25.
Right, you are completely submerged in the foliage. The rabbits have no clue that you're there.
Boop, 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 boop.
You could always just make like a trap outside to catch a couple of them. But you got the big old fucking crossbow. This this crossbow is fucking humongous. It's designed for putting holes in armor plating. Okay, anyway,
It'll definitely put a hole through a rabbit.
yes, it will. All right. Just looked at the chat. Right. Words aren't coming. Right, as you are all settled into your bush, I guess. A rabbit it doesn't leave the burrow, but it kind of pops its little head up.
Oh, how big of a rabbit?
It's like a moderate-sized rabbit. It's not it's a little bit bigger than the types of rabbits you kind of just see on the side of the road. Actually, I don't have any idea about the size of the rabbits in Europe.
Size.
It's like the size of a small chicken.
Okay.
It's not outside of the hole, but it's just kind of sticking its head out.
Right. Well, it's just looking around and then I guess it'll head back in.
Yeah. Pops its head out, looks around, kind of sniffs at the rain. Sniff, 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 sniff. And then it hides. It pops back down.
I'll wait until it pops out again. We'll see if there's a larger one.
All right. Back to Jay. Jay, roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. 1 second. The dice roller on D&D Beyond is being very laggy.
Woofers.
Okay, that's a 13.
Oh no, I hear people in the background. 13. In the slight distance, you can hear the sound of the river. You can also hear the sound of claws scraping on carapace.
Wait, is that what like the outside of a crawfish is?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go investigate that, but on the way back, just keep an eye out for any other animals that I see.
All right. Back to Althrox. Althrox, the crawfish attacks again, continuing its crabby, clippy, snippy assault for a 21 to hit.
Oh lord.
It deals... Oh, max damage. Damn. It deals 12 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 6. That leaves you
13.
at... that should leave you at 13 health,
13.
yes. Which is actually... It's just above half your max HP. 12 is half your max HP, I think. Technically, it's 12.5 that would be half your max HP, but we're going to round down for that. So if it does any more damage to you, you'll start regaining hit points from the claws. No, it's the maw. It's the bite that gives you
the
health
jaws
back.
that only do that.
Okay, right. Anyway, it is your turn, Althrox.
Alright, I'm gonna continue using my claws to just tear away at this big meaty claw that holds me.
Right, roll to hit.
14. So 20.
All right.
30, 20.
That does, in fact, hit. Roll your damage. This is the plus 6.
Oh, this is the plus 6. Then
Yep.
that would be 11? 6 plus 5?
Yep.
Alright then.
Barbarians are so good early game for that just damage modifier. All right.
Yes.
Offhand attack.
Alright, then that would be... Oh god. No, hold on. Let me make sure I'm doing the math right. Yeah, that's 24?
Yeah, that's
20 plus
18 plus 6.
4.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright then. Another D6 plus
D6 plus
8.
2, yep. Damn, max damage, awesome. Jay, as this happens, you come into the scene, seeing Althrox effectively brawling on a riverbank with a crawfish about twice his size. Are you going to help him? The crawfish looks very injured.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about crawfish personally. Are they like, is it like hard on the outside? Do they have like a shell?
They've got an armored
Think
shell,
like
yeah.
think like a mini lobster.
Yeah, they're basically mini lobsters that live in rivers. But this thing is gigantic.
Okay.
It also looks like it's almost dead. So...
I mean, I'll just kind of yell like, "Do you need help?"
Althrox, do you need help?
God, I wish I made Althrox. My God, I wish Althrox was southern. I could tell him, no, I wish I'm gonna turn this thing into gumbo.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, me got it.
Okay.
All right. And as you say that, the crawfish drops you and tries to run away, prompting an opportunity attack. It tries to run back into the water.
He tries to run back into the water. Then I'll use my claws to
Reaction attack.
guess-
Yep. That is a...
grab.
That is a... Are you... it would prompt a opportunity attack to attack it. To, like, slash at it as it's running away.
Yep. Alright, then.
Roll to hit.
And I don't need to... Oh, I was about to say.
You still need to roll to hit.
Well, just being sure.
Yep.
So, 18.
That hits. Roll damage. Well, it's +6. Actually, how do you want to do this?
Oh, it's pretty much dying on this one.
Yes, it's dying on this one. It only had 2 hit points left.
Oh goddamn! I thought this thing had more health.
It had 45 health.
Oh god,
Jeez.
I didn't realize it did that much damage.
Yes, you do a boatload of damage.
Wow.
This thing had as much health as 4 bandits.
Wow.
Power
Well,
health.
as a-
very-
The crawfish is just not very strong, I think I've learned. Even in a 1v1 against a player, it is just not very strong. Actually, it would
Let's
probably do
see,
fine
let's see.
against, like, Jay or someone else, because it does d10s of damage.
Yeah, no, that would hurt me.
But, like, against either
That would
a
down
paladin,
me.
either a paladin in armor that basically makes it so that the crayfish has to roll, like, a 17 to hit him, just fucking robot paladin, and a barbarian who has resistance to bludgeoning damage. Yeah, it goes well. It goes well for either of those two people. Poorly for anybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a scene in mind. You, as it tries to run away, you just leap onto its back and just sink your claws directly into straight through its carapace, directly into its, effectively, brain. Like, you just slip your claw right under the carapace. Plates
Nice.
directly into the thing's head. And it just
Me
kind of
got dinner.
collapses to the ground. Crayfish falls once again.
Well, time to drag it back all the way to the Cobalt Cave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be like, yeah, you got it, and I'm gonna go and just see if I can find anything else to hunt.
All right, Jay. Well, actually, we're gonna hop back to Jacques. Jacques, 1 second. I need to roll something. Let's see. The first one was. No. Right. So. The first one pops back out again, like its head kind of pops up. And then a second one also pops up that's a little bit bigger. Actually, not a little bit bigger, quite a bit bigger.
How far out?
It's in the same hole as the other one.
But I mean, like, is it exposing any more of its body?
Not really, no.
Or is
It's
it-
just kind
are
of
they
sticking.
both doing the kind of
Like, you can kind of see its body in the hole, but it's not, like, coming outside of the hole.
right? Fuck it. I'm gonna shoot the bigger one of the two.
All right, roll to hit.
Hmm. 22.
All right, roll damage real quick.
Okay. That will be 11.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
The crossbow bolt, like, they were kind of crossed a little bit.
Yeah.
The crossbow bolt fucking it skewers both of them and then pins them to the wall. You got a fucking rabbit collateral.
Oh no.
You hear their terrified squeak as they die instantly.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage to who? Not to me.
To everyone except you.
But
All
take
right.
it, the ball would be retrievable.
That is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay. Combined, the rabbits are about equivalent to 17 morsels.
Jesus, okay.
I rolled a d10 to determine the fatness of the rabbits. One was a 7 and one was a 10.
But
Congrats, you contributed 20 XP to the party pool.
10 per rabbit. Oh, yeah.
And Althrox contributed 450 because he 1v1 to the crayfish.
Wow.
Sweet.
Who would have thought? The city boy and the dragonborn are the ones that bring back the meat.
Someone who, out of character, lives in the sticks. It's very strange to be called a city boy.
All right,
Your character's a city.
then Jay,
Yeah, I know.
roll me another survival check. Though the rain is slowly starting to let up.
Yeah.
Time is running out.
15.
Right, you do manage to track. Let's see, I'm gonna roll a percentile real quick. Actually, oh, perfect. Oh, that's so nice. I'm not gonna do that.
The laughter is unsettling.
Don't worry about it. Oh, don't worry about it. Okay. Oh. You actually find yourself on the river's edge. And you see a large fish in the water.
Okay. Having, come from the place where I come from is landlocked, and I don't think I have any kind of fishing skills, so I will just be like, I have a sword. It is long.
You also have a bow.
Yeah, but wouldn't arrow through water be messed?
That
Would
is
that
true.
even work?
You
As long as the fish is close to the surface, it should pierce its skin.
Okay.
it's a pretty large fish. It's not too far down.
Roughly about, after about, I'd say about 2-3 feet into, around 5 feet into the water, your arrow is going to start slowing down and then coming back up.
Mhm.
I know from experience.
Oh wait, no, this isn't. That's a fish table. No, it's not a hunting table. Oh, the hunting table doesn't have a percentile. I found a table that someone else had already made.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go with the freshwater fish table.
Okay. So, I am hunting fish.
All right.
I think I will. Is it within reach if I used my sword?
No, it's a bit. You'd have to jump into the water.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Okay, I will. If it's close to the surface, I will try shooting with my short bow, with my bow.
Oh, this is really cool. It's a full-on table for. It's got freshwater, saltwater fish. It's got. Oh God, why the fuck is there a dragon turtle on this chart?
God damn, no!
Man's
No, no, no,
trolling
no,
with
no, no, no.
No, but wait.
See, even Flora agrees. We do not need a dragon turtle.
Anyway, that's on the saltwater chart. Don't worry, and that's definitely not something that I would ever have you fish up, because dragon turtles are intelligent creatures. All right.
Do you
Right.
want me to roll a hit?
Yes. With disadvantage because the fishy's in the water.
Okay, that's a 10 to hit.
It does hit. The arrow strikes true. It hits the large fish right through the torso, and it kind of flops around a little bit, but then kind of, in its flopping, floats up to the surface.
Cool. Do I see any other fish, or was it just the one fish?
There's probably some others, but this one's moved. This was the biggest one that you saw, and it was moving around. It's moving around, kind of chased off the other fish.
Oh no, the bunnies!
Wait, oh god, did you actually post rabbit murder?
Yeah.
God
They were
damn
married.
it.
That's in my notebook.
Okay. Crossbow one. Alright, yeah, I'll go get to fish and just call it there.
All right. It
Bunny
even
collab noodles.
this thing it even has a chart that tells me how much meat can be gathered from fishies.
I just love Jay brought back one fish. Jag's gonna bring back two bunnies, and then Althrox just gonna be like, here, 10-foot crayfish.
Oh, by the way, that fish was 19 pounds.
Oh, the one that I got?
Yeah, it was a chonker.
Okay. I got chunky fish.
That's a big fish.
Yes, it's a very big fish. It's a salmon.
I bet it's tasty.
Probably very tasty.
Never mind. I don't like salmon.
I love salmon.
Oh yeah, I hate salmon.
Wow.
A kobold probably won't mind salmon.
Well, no, Gemma hates salmon. Jay
Yes.
might love salmon, but probably doesn't get many fish where she's from.
Mm-hmm.
Althrox will eat anything, but personally, I don't like salmon.
Yeah, salmon is one of my
Personally,
favorite
if
fish.
it's
Although I
fish,
have
we eat-
had rainbow trout before, and it was fucking amazing.
You ever had catfish?
No, but I had some friends in high school that used to fish for catfish, and they said they were really good.
Catfish are really good fried.
If you ever get a chance, mahi mahi.
Huh.
I don't think I'm a seafood. Like, the most seafood I'd had is, like, popcorn shrimp and fish sticks. And then I think I got fish and chips once in London. And that's, I think, all the experience I've had with fish.
I love fish. Fish is easily one of my favorite foods.
I actually had to
When
look
you
up
say
what. Sorry, I was just going to say I had to look up what on earth a crayfish is because I've never heard of that before.
I haven't either.
Looks
I just know about it for the last. The other
You
campaign.
don't know what a crayfish is?
We don't
crayfish,
have here.
They're like
Or
tiny
otherwise known
freshwater
as a-
lobsters.
Yeah.
otherwise known as a crawfish, from where I'm from.
Yeah, crawfish, crayfish. There's a
Crawdad.
bajillion. Yeah, crawdad. There's a bajillion names for him. Anyway,
Mudbug.
that too. Yeah, I like that one. That one's cute. Right. Yeah. You. Oh, I love this hunting and fishing table. I am definitely bookmarking that. Actually, no, I'm not gonna bookmark it. I'm going to just straight up download it because it's a PDF.
Nice.
All right. And with that, yeah, you all return to camp. The hour, it took a little bit more than an hour, so Flora has been done for a bit. But yeah. Right. Flora, you have successfully attuned to what is now a staff of moonlight, thanks to the stone imbued in it. However, like, you are now aware, now that a stone has been set within the staff, you cannot replace it. You cannot replace it without destroying the stone. You can keep the staff, but you'd have to destroy the stone to put a new one in. The staff has one, the staff counts as a +1 staff. +1 magical focus. 2, the staff is able to once a day cast daylight, though skinned as soft moonlight. It's a nice blue light. And 3, once per day, the staff can cast Moonbeam without expending a spell slot.
Nice.
It's actually awesome because I was like, Laura wouldn't know Moonbeam, but I really want this spell.
All right.
Now I get to have my cake and eat it too. Yay!
Would it also function as a light source?
Yes, I would say that it can light up as per the light cantrip as well.
So now everyone can see in the dark except for me. Unless I'm close to people with light.
Yep. And again, the light is a soft bluish moonlight.
So kind of like the hammer.
Yes.
Mm.
Flora comes out a little hole with the staff. Althrox dragging in a crawfish, got 2 rabbits and a fish.
Yes. The party with the kobolds seem very excited. With everything that you all have gathered, that is enough to feed you guys for tonight, as well as gave the kobolds another 2 days of food.
Great.
They're getting work at processing it right now.
Since the shell of the crawdad is...
how? Okay, that's a lie. How?
I beat it to a crisp.
You beat it to a crisp. I love that blend of phrases. I love Malifaux. I love Malifaux. You didn't beat it to a pump. You didn't pulp. You didn't burn it to a crisp. You beat it to a crisp. I slapped that chicken so hard it got cooked. I slapped that. Yeah. I punched that crawfish so hard it burst into flames.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job with it. I was gonna help, he didn't really need it.
Oh yeah, and if y'all wouldn't mind, well, not mind, but y'all could totally set up that fishing rod if you'd like.
Oh, the fishing rod!
Yeah,
we were gonna build.
You're gonna make a fishing rod with the spider silk, which you still have a spool of spider silk.
Yeah, no, let's do that right now. Like, grab a stick. Do it.
Though, as you, bring that to people's attention, the rain stops completely, because the rain had been slowing down for the last while.
Is it still light outside?
Yes.
Okay.
It's only another hour or 2 of sunlight, but soon enough it will be dark.
Yeah, so once it's dark, I'll go out and find a suitable looking type of stick.
Just out of my curiosity, how big is this crawfish?
Oh, the crawfish is... I'd say it's about 7.5 feet long. And,
from head to tail, correct?
Yes. From head to tail. And it's at its widest point, it's about 4 feet wide. Or actually, no, it'd be 3 feet wide. Because they're not that much wider than they are long.
Then never mind, my idea wouldn't work.
Use the crawfish as a boat.
Well, their shells are waterproof, so that's why I was gonna suggest that, but it's not big enough.
Could potentially make armor out of it or something.
Althrox wishes to claim the crawfish's head.
The kobolds offer to process it for you, as per usual.
Well,
Neat.
head and shell. I'm actually going to make armor out of that.
Note, as a barbarian, it would have to be decorative armor, as barbarians are not allowed to wear armor.
Well,
Or-
that's all the skulls are. It's just decorative.
Yeah, although, can barbarians wear armor? They lose something if they wear armor.
Barbarians can wear
It's an
armor.
armored
While
defense.
wearing armor, you don't get an armored defense.
Okay, so
An armored defense only counts if you're not wearing armor.
okay, so theoretically you could make functional armor out of this. However, it would words. Your armor class would switch to this armor value plus your dex rather than your constitution plus your dex. What is your
And
current
I'll just
armor
make
class?
it decorative. 14.
14. Okay, so it probably, like, at most, it would probably equal your current armor class.
Then yeah, I'll just make it decorative.
All right.
Trophy.
Yep. Just have a crawfish mantle. Like a hood. But it's made out of crawfish.
I was actually thinking about using that as the for the wolf skull.
Ah, yeah, that'll work.
Like the bottom jaw would be on Althrox's bottom jaw, and the top of the skull would be on top of Althrox's head.
Mm-hmm. And they could probably, the kobolds, or maybe someone else, could weave the pelt into the back of it and give you a cool cape.
Yeah. And then I can
Anyway,
use the crawfish for forearms and shins.
Yeah, you can use like little. You just got like all this stuff that you've helped hunt or hunted yourself. A decorated hunter / warrior / beast person thing. All right.
Perfect.
Continuing on. To the party, you've all. Flora has attuned to that magical item. Jacques got the rabbits, retrieving the bolt in the process. Jay got the fish, retrieving her arrow in the process. Althrox 1v1 to the crawfish. That crawfish will never rest. And night falls on a relatively successful like half day. You're not tired enough to sleep yet, and night is the time that you can get the most work done. But with that, I am going to end the session.
Ready?
All right. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope anyone who is in chat enjoyed watching as well. Any final comments, anyone?
Don't think so.
I got nothing. But it was pretty fun.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Nice chill session. For the most part.
With the exception, of course, of the terrifying things in the dark and Althrox 1v1ing a giant crawfish.
No, like honestly, when you started describing like the stuff following me, I got genuine chills. I was like, "This is a big nope, just a nopey nope."
Crawfish just existing. Althrox, I've come for your soul.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm
Althrox Batman
stupid.
voice.
I did something. I just realized what I did when I was talking about, like, oh, hey, chat, it's the Underdark. I muted myself to the chat, not to you guys.
Lol.
Lol.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
That is.
Inverted muting.
I meant to mute myself to you guys, but I forget that I don't actually have a button to do just that anymore. It's either deafen or nothing. I have to actually click the mute button in Discord for me to mute. Oh my. Anyway, I hope everyone who came had a wonderful time. And with that, I do believe we will be ending. I don't feel like it's appropriate to raid someone after a D&D stream. It's a bit weird. Also, I don't know anybody D&D playing. Anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I hope anybody who's watching this enjoys. Good night. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. What, am I the only one saying goodbye?
Oh, goodbye.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about
I thought we
crawfish
were
gumbo.
muted.
You're not muted. I don't tend to mute you until I mute everyone at the end when I'm switching into ending. All
I was
right.
just thinking of seafood. Bye!
Bye-bye, everyone.
What, gumbo sounds really good right now.
All
It's
right.
cold,
Oh yeah.
it's delicious.